Comments. We 2-0. It feels good to protect the snake pit. I don't like to go back in time, but I'm gonna go back in time. The Cookman game made us grow up and become women overnight. And we worked too hard. You know, I got a lot of backlash about our non-conference schedule, but our non-conference schedule was made on purpose to build us. I knew I was probably gonna bring in a lot of new young ladies. We was gonna have to learn in jail. It took them a second to trust the process, and now that they trust in the process and did not win going into the new year, gave them the confidence that they needed to go into the SWAC in this 2026. So you talk about beating a tough Southern team. I think we're one of the teams that match up good with Southern as far as the size. We can move Millie and make her point guard, which is Cunningham. We can use Mama to go guard, Reed the shooter, and everybody else match up. Bree did a phenomenal job on the leading scorer, right? Porter inside. So kudos to the ladies. They executed a game plan on a kind of back-to-back, you want to say, on a back-to-back night. So I'm just happy. 2-0 at home, 2-1 in the SWAC, and I'm finna go out here and cheer on Coach Ward in his first SWAC home game, and we want to beat Southern too. So kudos to my ladies. I was talking to the SWAC TV. They said they gave the MVP to me because I refused to lose. No, you just had ladies that's locked in now. You see a totally different team. You see the eye of the tiger that's in their eyes, because what I told them this year, that winning the conference means something, because all 12 teams get to go to the tournament. So it's not like you are playing for a seed, but you're not playing to get into the tournament. You know you're going. So we want to win the conference, but the most important thing, we look at it every day and we point. It's no name up under the SWAC yet, and we want to be the first. And this is just some stepping stones, Like I said, it's just stepping stones, and we're going to keep building. We're down, if you can see. We got the bug. We got injuries, but it comes from me coaching the last player on the team just like if she was the first for a moment like tonight. So what you saw is number 12, Brooklyn Swain, a freshman, step up in big moments and delivered. You saw a team finally that applied pressure on defense. Southern was leading the conference in the least amount of turnovers, I think like 17.5, and we turned them over 12 times in the first half. So we saw our team now apply the pressure, and they surprised me. We were able to play zone on misses. So, hey, I guess it's just like a Cracker Jack box. Sometimes you know what you're getting and sometimes you don't. But I'm glad that we was able to sustain a great team in Southern and get the win.
For sure. Coach, obviously great win today. That later end of the fourth quarter, that's a kind of poise that you see later in the season, but right now you're seeing it from your girls early in conference play. What can you speak more to the maturity that they had to show in those last moments, especially when the game started to get a little chippy?
Well, if you go back to November the 3rd, we get blown out. We go on the road and get blowed out to Howard that was shooting the ball extremely well. Wasn't no game against George Mason, but we just came back home and we continued to cook, and they didn't put their head down. And what you saw is that we kept on chipping, and that time gave us time to grow as a team and build some chemistry. Get Millie back, who had set out the whole first half. So like I said, still have some injuries, but what you saw is that when JU came here on December the 2nd, and we know that they had beat a Georgia Tech and we up by 9, they kind of believed. They just didn't know how to close the game. Then we finally, go to Florida, play Florida real tough, jumped out on them, and just ran out of gas. I want to say the gorilla, the bear gun on our back, got back, went on a break, kind of refocus, played a good NAIA. So don't look at, right now you can't look at NAIA D2 or D3. Priority is in the women's game. So that was a great team. They ranked 20-2, and we played them. We was able to win. And we go to Cookman, and we lose a close one. But at the end of the day, what I told them is that you never allow a team to come back in. So what you saw tonight is that they refused to lose, and we'll never let Southern, once we went ahead, we battled. We did everything they had. You saw them man up and they talk, because I got on my ladies about, I didn't see somebody say, ain't nobody gonna stop. Ain't nobody scoring on me. I'm gonna stop this ball. I'm gonna go out and win you. You had dudes saying, hey, I wanna shoot the free throws on that. And the other thing is that after the Cookman game, I ain't gonna talk about what happened, but we went back and we wanted to know the rules and the regulations. So I printed it for all my coaches, and I even educated myself a little bit. So I think that being to know that and challenging the calls that I did, those were huge. Going to challenge when Bridgette the foul, we get it right. Challenging the out of bound play. So those was huge. So my staff also did a great job. So what you're not seeing too is that not just the ladies are new, the staff is new, and we're all just coming together as one at the right time.
You spoke briefly on size earlier, and we had a huge performance from Tanaja. You had 21, 5, and 4. Can you tell me about just her toughness, despite her size, especially when the game got chippy like it did today?
Well, you got to remember, I told you we didn't come in here and meet. She had the key rebound against Grambling to seal the game. So what you see in Mama is what we were missing last year, and I spoke to y'all about that we was missing a true point guard. And Mama is a true point guard. She's a floor general. She 3-level IQ. Her name is Little Mama for a reason. She's the mom of the team, and she will us to, she's one that's gonna will us. She's an extension of me. So when I go out there and relay, and if they don't understand, because I can't continue to talk, she's talking to them during the play. But what you also got to know, that we tell her, there's nobody can stay in front of Mom. I'm sorry. I'm not discrediting nobody. I'm not bragging on her. She's just that quick, and her handles are just that good, and she's tough. And her heart is bigger than the body, and you can't measure that. So I love her to death. I'm glad she's on my team, and we get her for another year.
Coach, you always preach free throws, and last year, some games you lost strictly for free throws. Free throws down the stretch were absolutely solid today. Just talk about that.
We just talked about it. Like I said, I'm just getting confused here. We talked about it from the game on Thursday. We sealed it. Down the stretch, we made free throws. So we didn't work too much on Friday and this morning, but free throws. It's situational, game situations. What I know about this team is that we're going to defend. It's just at the end of the clock, are we going to know personnel? I'm sorry. We got to know personnel. So you had the right people all year long. We've been wanting to get to the free throw line 25 times plus. But it's just been a focus in practice to focus on free throws. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
You spoke earlier on Tanaja being a floor general, and I just wanted to point out she did happen to have 10 turnovers tonight. What do you think she could do, maybe whether it's a her thing or maybe a team thing, to kind of limit those and shine a brighter light on what she does well?
Well, like I tell you, it's her IQ. So sometimes she's ahead of the players. She sees something that they don't see yet, and that's the way we still building the chemistry. So I don't want to take that away from her, but I did have to pump her brakes. She got a little upset, but I didn't care. I let her know that I'm Mama. And that's what it was. And then you saw her calm down a little bit, and she get anxious. She'll get sped up, and we felt like she was getting bodied a lot. But I told her she just got to play through it.